They pushed 3 stretchers through the ER doors at the same time. My wife, my sister, and my 3-year-old son. All unconscious. All ghost pale. All terrifyingly still. The world tilted, but muscle memory kept me standing. I stepped toward them automatically, ready to act, until a hand clamped around my arm. Dr. Hale. His grip felt like metal left out in the snow. "You shouldn't go up there yet," he said quietly. He didn't look at me. Didn't even attempt it. His whole frame was rigid, shoulders raised, jaw clenched, as if preparing for a blow only he could see. "Why?" I asked. The word barely sounded like my own. He swallowed, eyes dropping to the floor. "It's complicated. Complicated. A word people use when they don't want to tell the truth." The ER buzzed with shouts, orders, footsteps, but it all blurred into a muffled drone. I could only watch as my family was wheeled deeper into the hospital I worked in. The hospital where I trusted the system. The hospital where something was now being kept from me. And when Hale released my arm, his fingers trembled. That was when I realized someone was lying. The explanation arrived too fast. Possible gas leak, carbon monoxide, faulty furnace. Too neat. Too rehearsed. I nodded as if convinced, but a cold, quiet part of me didn't buy a word of it. My wife checked every smoke detector twice a month. My sister unplugged appliances before bed. My son's monitor ran all night. A gas leak made no sense. Not with them. Not with the look Hale had given me. Down the hallway, staff members whispered behind gloved hands. Interns looked away the moment I made eye contact. The avoidance wasn't pity. It was guilt. My wife's phone sat in her belongings bag. I told myself to leave it alone. Not now. Not while she lay unconscious down the hall. But my hands didn't listen. The lock screen opened. Messages filled the screen. Too many, too recent. A man's name I didn't recognize. Late-night conversations. Secret plans. Hotel confirmations. The same night my sister insisted we all stay home. My stomach didn't twist. My heart didn't race. I just felt an icy clarity settle over me. Then I saw the last message, sent an hour before they were found. "He's on shift tonight. We'll talk then." We. That single word fractured something inside me, but cleanly, like a bone snapping with precision. Now I understood why Hale had stopped me. This wasn't an accident. I didn't confront anyone. I switched into the version of myself that solved problems in med school, quiet, systematic, relentless. When symptoms didn't match the diagnosis, I investigated. Security footage, paramedic reports, call logs. The 911 call had come from a blocked number. Not a neighbor. Not dispatch. Someone who wanted them found alive, but unconscious. Someone setting a stage. I returned to my wife's messages. Buried arguments, secret outings, a steady decline in affection. Then something that chilled me more. My sister's name, woven subtly into their conversations. Not outright, but enough to expose the pattern. Her sudden work emergencies. Her perfectly timed disappearances. The betrayal wasn't simple. It was coordinated. I dug deeper. Bank transactions, hidden contacts, old cloud recordings they'd forgotten existed. And slowly a picture formed. They weren't planning to hurt me physically. They were planning to leave with my son. A custody angle. A story building behind my back. Evidence arranged to paint me as absent, inattentive, unsafe. They were trying to remove me from my own life. But something went wrong. At midnight, Hale slipped the toxicology report into my hand without a word. Not carbon monoxide. A sedative. Gentle, controlled. Administered in exact doses. Enough to knock them out, not enough to kill. Preparation. Stagecraft. A fabricated emergency designed to make me look negligent. I felt nothing. Just acceptance. I walked into the room where my wife and sister lay. I placed the toxicology report between them and whispered, "Who planned it?" My wife opened her eyes first. Confusion. Then fear. Then guilt. My sister's breath hitched. Her eyes fled from mine. They didn't answer. They didn't have to. Revenge didn't require rage. It required documentation. I gathered everything, screenshots, receipts, timelines, backups on drives they would never find. By dawn, administration knew. CPS knew. Every authority who needed to see the truth had it in their hands. When my family woke up, the world they'd engineered had collapsed. My wife reached out. My sister began to speak. I stepped away. I'm taking him, I said. Not because of tonight. Because of everything you planned before tonight. Their faces broke open. Fear, disbelief, realization. The story they tried to write now belonged entirely to me. Morning light spilled through the parking lot as I carried my son out. He slept peacefully against my shoulder, unaware of a night that nearly rewrote his future. The air outside felt honest, cold, clean. Behind us, the hospital windows reflected the truth they could no longer hide. Reports filed. Statements taken. Consequences already in motion. No shouting. No fury. Just clarity. I buckled my son into a seat, closed the car door softly, and looked once more at the building where everything had finally come undone. There was no triumph in me, only an empty, sharp space where love used to be, and a strange, steady calm. As I drove away, one certainty settled into place. They tried to dismantle my life. All I had to do was let their lies expose themselves, and walk away with the one thing that still mattered. In the end, silence was the only punishment they ever understood. Thanks for reading. Like, share, and comment. Subscribe to Cheating Stories Insight World for more.